In this short session, I'd like to speak about St. Francis and Holy Week. St. Francis was fascinated by the idea that God would take on flesh and become part of our lives. That's why the Eucharist, where he could tangibly touch the body of Christ, was so important for him. So in terms of Christmas, he celebrated at Greccio, where he invented the Christmas creche. And in terms of the devotions of Holy Week, the idea of Holy Thursday, when the Eucharist was given to us as a gift. The idea of Good Friday, when Jesus died on the cross, and then the resurrection, the return of his beloved. These were events that shaped his spirituality, so much so that towards the end of his life, he himself received the wounds that Jesus had, the stigmata. For the last 2 years of his life, he lived with that agony, the agony that his beloved had borne. The agony that the one who loved him so much, he was willing to die for him, caused Francis to realize that now he was willing to die for Christ. And in fact, the idea of the Stations of the Cross, this is an idea that originally began way back when people wanted to go on pilgrimage to the Holy Land, but couldn't because the Muslims had invaded, they were being forbidden. So they created sites which would commemorate each of the stations. Now, the stations numbered from 6 to 20. Eventually, they came down with the idea that there should be 14. And those stations were so close to our Franciscan spirituality that until recently, the only religious order that could bless the Stations of the Cross in a church was the Franciscans, because that is who we're supposed to be. In fact, Francis even said that our habit is shaped like a cross, to remind us that we're supposed to carry that cross every day. And so as we enter into Holy Week each year, we should remember that we're passing out of time into a different reality, a reality which makes us truly present at the Last Supper, at the cross, at the resurrection. And like Francis, we should enter almost into a type of ecstasy in which we realize that just for these few moments, God is touching our life so closely, so intimately, that as Jesus dies on the cross, we're called to die too. And may God bless us.